major networks say it's just a conspiracy theory that the World Economic Forum is about pushing jabs and eating bugs. I'm Kristi Leigh, and that's more propaganda, bringing you the receipts in today's Daily Brief. Also bringing evidence our governments do not have our best health in mind. Plus, it's your own fault if you get robbed in Chicago. Hear why that's the case from the mayor of America's most violent city, and it's a war on woke in Florida. Learn why an AP African American Studies course was rejected. Summit News caught MSNBC saying it's a lizard people conspiracy theory that the WEF is promoting vaccines and bug eating. That's strange because there's plenty of evidence that's exactly what these global elites do. Here's just one of many examples of jab juice pushing the Pfizer CEO promoting his latest concoction.
We're away from one vaccine that's both COVID and flu together.
First, we need to have a flu. And if we have a flu, already we started experiments to combine the two so that we don't lose time again.
There's also multiple examples of pushing bug eating instead of meat. World Economic Forum. Forget burgers, think bugs. Good grub. Why we might be eating insects soon. But you're a conspiracy theorist if you share the WEF's own admissions.
Insects are becoming a trend. The Western diet has to kind of shift and change. And most importantly, it's natural, it's normal, and it's the way that we have to feed the future.
It's not like you have to make these kinds of things up. They say the quiet part out loud themselves.
There's a lot of discussion about what the new world order will be. Or I hope this time round, once we're building this new world order, or new rules-based order, the voice of the global south and the developing world is included.
It's also just a conspiracy theory that governments might not have what's best for us in mind. Red State, the creepy benefit of Canada's assisted suicide program. Live organs. Our neighbors to the north have the honor of being the nation that has harvested the most organs from patients who committed suicide with the help of the government. The Medical Assistance in Dying Program, or MAID program, was established in 2016. It started as a way to aid those suffering from debilitating terminal diseases. Now anyone who claims to suffer from mental illness or distress can apply. Also expanding and booming since MAID was passed is the organ market. The powers that be in this case seem to have convinced themselves that helping even a physically healthy human being to commit suicide in order to harvest those organs is indeed the ethical thing to do. Meanwhile, here in America, federal agencies are withholding data behind pilot heart condition change, according to Just the News. The Federal Aviation Administration says it widened the acceptable range of heart rhythms for commercial pilots who were initially subject to industry-wide vaccine mandates in light of new scientific evidence that it has yet to specify. Philanthropist Steve Kirsch says it shows the agency has conceded the EKGs of pilots are no longer normal. Mayor of Chicago Lori Lightfoot has decided to go all in on victim blaming. Lightfoot is currently seeking re-election to another term as mayor of Chicago with a 9-candidate election slated for February 28th. All of them Democrats. During the debate last night, when asked for her solution to combating robberies, she says the victims just need to stop carrying cash.
Not use money, if at all possible, using other forms of transactions to take care of themselves.
Chicago racked up 723 murders last year, once again making it America's deadliest city, according to National File. Meanwhile, in the free state of Florida, Governor DeSantis has been catching flack for rejecting an AP African American Studies course. That doesn't sound good, but here's why. The Florida Department of Education says it rejected the course because it lacks educational value and historical accuracy. Blaze Media reports a letter from the DOE's office to the College Board senior director reads, "As presented, the content of this course is inexplicably contrary to Florida law. In the future, should College Board be willing to come back to the table with lawful, historically accurate content, FDOE will always be willing to reopen the discussion." The course featured tenets of critical race theory and a section on queer theory, according to the syllabus obtained by the Daily Caller News Foundation. DeSantis' press secretary says our classrooms will be a place for education, not indoctrination. So to wrap up, supposed mainstream news says you're a conspiracy theorist if you believe the WEF is pushing jabs and eating bugs. Well, the WEF pushes jabs and tells you we should all be eating bugs. Canada's cash cow is harvesting organs from their assisted suicide program. The FAA has quietly changed their heart conditions requirements for pilots, but hasn't released the data behind the decision. Just stop having money if you don't want to get robbed in Chicago. Sheesh. And Florida is winning its war on woke no matter where they try to sneak it in. To learn more, be sure to go to AmericanFaith.com and subscribe to our daily newsletter. For American Faith, I'm Kristi Leigh.